You do have a little bit of a window. It's good to see y'all.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Beautiful to see you, Chesley.
You know, it's very rare. It's like a family reunion around here, folks. You know, don't get a chance to see them much. Yeah, you do have a window here. And we talked about this the last couple of days, where we didn't think that the frozen precipitation would get in here until we get toward the either latter afternoon or toward the evening. It looks like it's going to be more toward the evening before things really begin to freeze over. But why would you need to be out? All the supplies are gone. Ron just told you that, right? Can't find anything out there. You might as well just stay on inside, right? And wherever you're going to be, I think you need to plan to be there at least for the next couple of days. I would say at least through Tuesday. Anybody flying into our area, or you're here and you're thinking about, oh man, I have a flight out tonight or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, you may be staying over. You may be staying over because the system is so large. It's not just our area, but our neighbors to the west, to the north, all going through. The further north you go, you're talking about snow, and just to our immediate north, you're talking about freezing rain and sleet, right? And we'll be getting on that freezing rain a little bit later on as we head toward the evening. Right now, not a whole lot going on. You're probably looking out your window thinking, oh, where is all this freezing rain that you guys have been talking about? Where is it? Well, it's coming. It's on the way, right? We've been seeing precipitation, a little bit of a mix up here to the far north. It's been on the light side, so we haven't seen a whole lot with it. So a flurry or two in the higher elevations of the North Georgia mountains. Got some reports of sleet. Doug just told you about that, where he was. Just a little bit. It only lasted for a little while, then it was gone, right? We even seen some raindrops in some spots. Over toward Georgia's Rome, we had some rain already. Up into White County, we've had some sleet already. And so seeing that in and out of the area, and I think that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the afternoon. Here in Atlanta southward, just the clouds in place. The onset of the precipitation may come down as rain first, but we're expecting that to begin to mix with freezing rain before changing over to all rain as we head into the evening. So it's going to take some time. And again, keep in mind that freezing rain comes down as rain, right? And then when it hits the surface, it starts to glaze over or begins to freeze up. And that will begin to pile up because we're expecting that to be around not only for tonight, but right on into Sunday morning, maybe even into Sunday afternoon in some spots, especially up here to the far northeast. So we're watching for that. You can see where we have that light precipitation up here in Higdon, down toward Cartacay, mainly coming down in the form of liquid so far. There may be a little bit of sleet mixing in and at times, but that will be out of the way pretty soon. And then you'll see a little bit more popping up. So it's up to the north where we're experiencing that precipitation first. Ice storm warning in effect, you can see, for much of North Georgia. Georgia's Rome included in that. Atlanta, over toward Athens, even over toward Augusta, you're all in this warning area. It's in the warning area where we're expecting to see significant amounts of ice. Now, I say significant amounts because I'm talking about a half inch or higher in some of these spots. Even a tenth of an inch is significant because you just can't get around it. I don't care what kind of car you have, what kind of truck you have. I don't care how heavy it is. That tank that you drive, it's not going to do you any good when ice is on the ground. So be very careful. That's our number one concern, is the travel. Second concern, if not as high, would be the power outages that we're going to experience with this. You get that weight of the ice on top of trees. Those trees begin to bend, maybe even crack some limbs before some of those will even start to topple over, because we'll start to see those winds begin to pick up as well. And a lot of those impacts will be felt not only once we start to see the ice begin to accumulate, but even after it's gone, because those winds will start to pick up and our temperatures will be on the cold side. So this is going to last for a while. It's not just today it comes in, it gets out of the way like what we would experience with severe weather, but we're looking at a winter storm. So it's going to take some time for this to manifest and take place in our area. And again, it's up here to the far north and east that we're looking at as far as the heaviest amounts, or the heaviest amounts of accumulation, but also the greater impacts. Again, as I mentioned, this is a large system, so it covers a lot of ground, as you can see. So trying to fly out somewhere may be not going to happen today, at least. Maybe not for the next couple of days. You're looking at Wichita, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Washington, D.C., all the way up to Boston. We'll be experiencing this system. As that area of low pressure starts to slide by us, it's going to move up toward the northeast, and so it's going to carry on even up into the northeast corridor. So they'll be dealing with it as well. There's the area of low pressure I was telling you about. You look at the snow that is developing over to parts of St. Louis back toward Wichita, all the way into Memphis. Memphis so far this morning has seen snow, but because the temperatures will warm up on you a little bit, they'll get into on this freezing rain as well. That will make its way over toward the east and be over us by tonight. Chris was saying by 6 o'clock. I'm going to double stamp that as well, even though there may not be any precipitation coming down at that particular hour. 6 o'clock is a good time frame for you to be where you're going to be, so that when it starts coming down, you're already in, folks. You're already in. We're going to start noticing powers going out by tomorrow morning. We'll be seeing or hearing some of those limbs starting to crack on us a little bit. So you definitely want to be inside. Now notice this, all right, this rain down here to the south. It will be on the strong side here in the south and possibly for the southern portions of our state, even some severe weather certainly possible. But we're going to be watching that warmer air to see how far north it gets. We have this wedge. We were talking about the wedge that's going to be over us. How quickly will it erode? Will it erode, right? Will it hold on and that air over into the northeast stay on the cold side as that warmer air rides above that? We'll be seeing that or watching for that. So that's still in question for us. And so that's what we'll be analyzing as we go through the evening and into tomorrow morning and by tomorrow afternoon. Even after the rain stops, that's when we're expecting that wraparound flow to come in. So the air will be much colder by then. We'll be watching those temperatures only around the freezing mark. We're starting off with temperatures in the 40s. I think that's where we're going to stay at least to about 3 o'clock before we watch those temperatures really start to fall back down into the 30s later on tonight. You're looking at 41 degrees by 3 o'clock, 39 degrees by 7 o'clock tonight. Here's our forecast track model. You can follow along with me with the time right there at the top of the screen. Notice this, by 9 o'clock tonight, here comes that wet weather, right? You got rain here in Atlanta southward, but up here to the north, already starting to see that changeover, if not mixing in with some rain, certainly freezing rain around. And that line just goes further down to the south, overtaking much of our area through the overnight into the morning once we get into Sunday. Still with us as we get into the 8, 9 o'clock hour, and then certainly by the afternoon, starting to wind down just a little bit after there's some heavy rain will push through the forecast area. Notice on Monday, we still have our 11 live weather impact alert because even with the sunshine, we're still looking at those temperatures just above freezing if we get that high. And so whatever's on the roads, of course, is going to freeze over. And so that's going to be with us. More impacts, of course, we'll be dealing with it maybe even into Tuesday morning. So keep it locked right here for the very latest. And our team of meteorologists here to keep you covered all day and all night.